My name is Stephen Hess, one of the senior trial attorneys and senior partners of this firm, Simonson, Hess, Leibowitz, and Goodman. Been in operation since 1979. Basically, all the five lawyers who are here, three of us started the firm in 1979, and then Ted Goodman and Marijo Adimey joined us as partners over the years, and we've been together for a long time.
What I like to stress to clients is that I like to treat a client the way I would like to be treated if I were a client. That's most important to me. It affords us the opportunity to really help them in the most important way at a tragic point in their life. Their lives have been turned upside down because of injuries that are not only causing them pain, maybe hospitalizations for lengthy periods of time, but it's also causing them financial hardships. And there's a whole minefield that they have to walk through that we can help them with. And one of the things that I like to do is know that we're helping individuals whose families depend on them, whose community depends on them, and try to help them get back into their lives.
These are people who put their trust in a doctor or a hospital or a nurse, and in a valid case, their trust was betrayed. And so I think it's my job and my opportunity to try to rebuild a sense of trust in the system, work it through to the point where they receive compensation that's just and fair, and rebuild their lives. Because it's not just a matter of money, it's a question of also building their self-esteem. When people lose the ability to work, it's more than just losing a salary, it's losing a sense of self. And I think that if I do my job as well as I think I can do it, I not only get them money, but help them regain a sense of self, a sense of control over their own lives.
All the lawyers in the firm, we all have our own families, we all have our own relationships, and every client that calls in and becomes a client, every potential case that becomes a client, they're really part of our extended family. It's not where we do contracts or real estate or those types of law, where you go home from work and your job stays at the office. These are types of cases that really affect people and affect the way they live, and we can empathize with that, and we understand the way it affects them because we have to live our lives every day also, just like they do. So it's not the type of job that we leave in the office. What we hear from our clients affects how we live, how we relate to our own wives, how we relate to our own children, and how we handle ourselves in our daily lives. And it's, oftentimes, if we're handling a case for somebody that had a brain damaged baby case, I know when I was going through the births of my own children, and that was something that you'd have with you every day that you'd worry about and be concerned about. When we handle lead pain cases, and you're looking to move into a house or an apartment and you see the paint, you're concerned about that for yourself. So the things that our clients are going through, we go through every day on our own, and we're trying to, and that's why I think that we do such a good job, because we want our clients to face the world the way we want to face the world.
Ever since those very early days, as a law student, I've always represented people who are injured. I take great pride in trying to resolve the cases. I think I make a difference in some of their lives. I know I've made a difference in a number of people's lives over the years, and it makes me feel good.
I get up for work every day, and when I come into the office, it's not a job for me. I love advocating for these people. I love advocating for my clients. It's not just about getting them great results, but it's about holding their hand through the process. And these clients have been through an enormous amount of grief, whether it's because they lost a loved one or underwent a surgery that went wrong. So it's important for them to feel comfortable in that they not only have an attorney, but a friend. And I couldn't ask for a better place to work.
What attracts me to the personal injury field is that I have an opportunity to help individuals. I think it's much more gratifying than dealing with large corporations or bureaucracies. I'm able to look an individual in the eye and tell them, we're going to help you. And that's most important to me, because when they're injured and when they're suffering and when they don't know what their future holds, I try to give them the confidence that we're going to help them through. Not only are we going to try to get them as much money as we can for their compensation, but we're also going to help them get through this very, very difficult period in their life. It may last a month in terms of a total disability, or it may last for the rest of their life. And we're in it for the long run with them. Even after the case is over, we're able to help the individual, and it's particularly gratifying to know that they not only are relying on us, but they feel the confidence in us to let them to continue for their entire life.
When a client contacts us for the first time, what we want to convey to them is a sense that they are not simply clients, but they are people having a real problem, and perhaps going through a tragedy or catastrophe, and that we're going to think of them as individuals, not cases, that we're not going to simply take care of their cases, but we're going to do everything we can to take care of them. And what I mean by taking care of them is trying to lift some burdens from them, trying to help them through the process, trying to make sure that they have the medical coverage they need, if they have to have some interaction with Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid, to know that we're going to be with them every step of the way and not simply tell them, okay, we'll deal with your case, but all the rest is up to you. We're going to do everything we can to help them, to take care of them every step of the way. Because to us, they're not simply cases. They are real people. We understand that. It's something that we have believed in from the start. And we do everything we can to make it as comfortable as possible. It's a scary time. It's a scary process. It's a time when people are suspicious. They're suspicious of insurance companies. They're suspicious of the lawyers on the other side. We want to make them as comfortable as possible and give them a sense that there is someone who cares about them, that we're 100% on their side, and we're going to do everything we can to help them.